And we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Savor Dice for our middle of the day game. For all of you wonderful European people who are staying up late or waking up early to watch us, thanks for hanging out with us for more Storm Nights. I have some beautiful, wonderful, amazing, sexy, incredible, talented people here. I guess you could say that.
You definitely have people here.
I have people here. Some of them
people's iffy.
Some of them even have hair. Some of them are even old enough to actually grow hair on their face. So
shut up.
Two have hair.
Welcome in, David of Nerdarchy. We have Daryl Hayhurst, aka the Game Master. That's his moniker. Nothing special.
Right? Keep it simple.
We have CODY BUDZ great grandfather Jacob BUDZ joining us from XP to level 3, and we have Jeremy PILLIPOW from Black Magic Craft with us playing Blood Tongue. Before we jump into the show, we got two things we want to say real quick. First off, we heard you. We heard you, all of you wonderful European people, saying, hey, why can't I enter into the giveaway contest? Just because I'm in Europe, I'm staying up to watch you guys. And so, you know what? You guys are right. So we talked to Ulysses. We're going to open up the giveaway for the massive Torg cargo box with everything you could possibly want to play Torg with all of your friends. It's now worldwide. So we're going to be posting links down in the description. We're going to be posting links throughout all of the chats. We're giving away 3 of these things, and not a lot of people have entered in yet, so you've got a pretty damn good chance to win if you do actually enter. So please go ahead and do that. And then also, congratulations, Jacob.
Oh,
congratulations, buddy. Welcome to the now not quite married life, but almost married life, as Jacob has just proposed to his fiance Spencer. So congratulations, buddy, man.
Thank you so much.
enjoy the married life. It's fun. It's terrible. It's wonderful. I hate it. And all of those things in between. So
I shall seek out your endless wisdom, Cody.
My endless wisdom. I think we figured out that you're closer in age to my son than you are to David Friant. So I bet David Friant. I bet David Friant has a few words as he just had his 20th. So congratulations, Jacob.
Why are we using this as like a thing to make me look young? This is a thing that makes Dave look old.
I'm just enjoying how red your face is getting at the moment.
Okay.
So all right, that's it.
Scoot the light closer.
Let's jump into a game. All right, we're in Russia. It's cold. Things are happening. Daryl.
Yeah, so you guys had just gotten out of an apartment building where there were all sorts of kind of messed up dead things that were crawling all over the place, where you were looking for Lydia. You were sent there by Omar trying to find her because she dropped out of communication. She wasn't there. A bunch of weird dead stuff was. When you emerged from the building, there were 2 figures waiting for you outside. And I say figures because only one of them is human. So the lead, he looks like kind of a dumpy, older Russian guy, like overweight, late 50s, early 60s. It's hard to tell, kind of, scrabbly, half beard, like he hasn't shaved in a couple days. Hat, heavy coat because it's cold. And then standing next to him, she's over 7 feet tall. She's got that red skin that lets you know, demon. She also has a heavy coat, and there's kind of like you can hear metal and chains move underneath the coat whenever she moves around. And 2 things that immediately draw your attention. One, there's holes cut in the back of the coat, and she's got like these big wings that come out the back, and there's metal, laced all through those wings. She's got like a cybernetic eye on one. That's puts the techno in Techno Demon. And
Techno Demon.
Yeah. And then the other thing you notice is on her belt, she's got, at first they look kind of like sacks, but they're sacks made of flesh, and the bottom of the sack is just chattering teeth. Just
please never say sack made of flesh again.
I know, right? They're terrible things, Techno Demon.
Damn flesh sack.
So yeah, she's just got this belt, and they're just like teeth chattering on her belt. And the lead guy goes, gentlemen, I think we need to talk.
How about you step away from our vehicle?
He goes, so possessive. I thought here we share things. I'm Boris.
Yeah. Did you guys know this guy?
Have I ever seen this guy before?
No, you've never seen this guy before.
Come on, we're both Russians.
No, you're Russian. Here's the thing. He smelled, so you know the KGB is long gone, but I mean, you're probably old enough to maybe remember like a little bit of it, and also the fact that it never really went away in some ways. This guy smells like KGB.
He smells ripe.
Immediately don't trust him.
Smells ripe.
Are you like some like government dude or something?
Yes, that is exactly it. I work for Russian government, and probably on the same case you are. You are looking for missing girl, yes? And then like the demon next to him is just shifting around. She looks super uncomfortable, like kind of angry pacing.
Comrade, maybe we look for a girl.
Maybe we just got lost or something. I mean, I was kind of, it's kind of confusing, you guys. I mean, you have so many roads here.
Only seems to be monsters here.
Yo, like when you say only seems to be monsters here, like the demon.
I wink at the demon when I say.
Yeah, like she bristles. Like she looks like she's ready to attack, and Boris kind of like holds up a hand and just goes, "Natasha, no, do not fall for their tricks."
Natasha, no.
Yeah, right. And she just looks like super angry, ready to go for you guys. And he's like, no. I see you go in that building. You're no doubt looking for Ilyana Petrova, yes?
Maybe. What do you want to do with this Ilyana if we had heard of her or something?
We've definitely heard of her. Definitely.
Dude, I'm trying to play it cool, man.
So he goes, well, she is Russian citizen. We care for all our citizens. And she's gone missing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I heard about that. Famous Russian citizen care. It's so great over here. The rumors all the way across the ocean.
He pulls out a little notepad and he goes, so, you know anything?
We know she's not here.
He writes that down.
We were just looking in for a friend. Apparently, we came all this way for nothing, comrade.
So, as you're talking, Natasha's like, he's lying. And he's like, play it cool.
You can see for yourself. There's nobody in there.
It's like, oh, we would go in, but tape says.
But the stairs are hard for a gentleman of your stature, I assume.
Nice.
Since when has the KGB been stopped by such small things as tape? Red or otherwise.
So you like breaking rules?
You come here to just investigate and question out all of us. Why do you need such protection as a Natasha here?
She's not my protection. She's my partner, kind of liaison with our allies, with the Torg.
I'm sure she really cares about the people of Russia and their citizens.
We're all friends here, right?
Nope.
Right, yeah, we're all friends. Like, I like making new friends. Hi, I'm Cody.
Hello, Cody.
I'm going to risk kind of like going up and like, shaking his hand and trying to get close.
All right, yeah, you go up.
I want to try to take an inventory of any, like, just he's got the big coat on, like, I'm under the assumption he's armed. I'm trying to figure out how armed.
Yeah, no, that's great. So you go up and you shake his hand. Go ahead and give me a fine test and let me know what you get.
Fine test. Okay, so first off, let me roll the 20. And then my fine skill is a +9. So
you get a -2, sir.
Yep, so it's a massive 7.
Massive 7. So, all right, so you go up to shake his hand. And you're not picking up a lot from him. But there's a few things that you get no matter what. You can see he's definitely carrying like a pistol of some kind. He's not trying to hide that. In fact, you think he might be flashing it a little bit. But when you shake his hand, you're close enough. There's an energy connection there. Like when you hit it, you can feel possibility energy, like lots of it.
So I think
person would have.
I think that he is of the same ilk as a Storm Knight.
Seems likely.
And I'm under the assumption that my character would probably be under the assumption that he also felt that connection, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's no point in keeping that information just between us. So I turn, whoa, man! I didn't realize you were one of us.
Yeah, one of you, certainly. So he's like, look, anyone can be reality rated, my friend. We all just serve in different ways.
So I've heard. Which way is it that you serve, though?
He says,
He's not being subtle.
And just look next to him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I serve Russian government. That is what I do. You serve your Delphi Council. I serve Russian government.
Okay, great. So, I know your name. You know my name. These are my friends. Maybe we should share some information. I mean, we told you that we didn't know where the girl was. Maybe you share some information too.
I've already shared much information with you. Now it's your turn. Speak, American.
Yes.
Please continue being friendly.
Okay.
I'll walk forward and I'll put my hand on Cody's shoulder and I'll kind of I'm not looking at I'll look at the dude and I'll look and say, look, we don't owe you nothing. We have our orders and you have yours, so how about you stay out of our way.
So and at that, the demon steps forward a little bit, and again one more time he kind of holds up a hand and he goes, if that's the way you want it.
No. I mean, we didn't say anything about that. I mean, we've got lots of, we make lots of friends here. Like your dude who gave me the coat, when I came over this way. Do you know Frederick? You guys know Frederick, right? He was the one who put this whole thing together anyways.
He writes a name down in his notepad. Frederick, huh?
Yeah, Frederick. He's back. Where was it? That at the post office. Yeah, go ask the dudes at the post office. We had to drop off a letter for Frederick, and he's the one that put this whole thing together.
I see. It's a waste of time. We will be watching you. And they step back, and he heads back towards this little piece of crap car. I mean, it's like a clown car for the demon. Like he gets into the driver's seat. And it turns on, and she just is looking at this car ugh. Gets in the passenger side, it sinks down, all the way to the suspension on that side, and they kind of go puttering off.
Comrades, that went much better than I anticipated.
Okay, well, that complicates things, right?
Who is this other woman he was asking about?
Good eye.
There must be more missing women than we figured.
Yeah, but what's their connection?
They're Russian.
Well, yeah,
Russian women.
Perhaps, comrades, if we find one, we shall find the other, and we can ask.
Maybe, maybe we could, do phones work over here? I think phones work out here, right? Everything else works. Let's see if maybe we can't give Omar a call or something. And, you would probably know the best place to, make, a secure call, right? And he's kind of pointing over at Anton.
Do we have cell phones?
So you guys have got cell phones, and they can be spotty. The biggest problem is there's kind of no such thing as a secure call, especially over a cell phone. There are layers to that, but essentially there's no such thing as a secure call. You're not expected to call up Omar. That's kind of outside the protocol. You can do it. It's just not safe.
Daryl, I have a cell phone?
No. So if you're Tech 20, you got a cell phone, right?
I'm confused.
But if you're a lizard
Eli,
guy,
it's visibly confused.
I do not have a cell phone. I don't know what that is.
What?
It's another dead thing.
It's another dead thing.
Yeah, Blood Tongue prefers, smoke signals, but
so any ideas how we might be able to get some help from Omar? He didn't exactly give us any friends out here.
Usually
and I don't
when you're
exactly
out
want
in
to
the
just make
field,
We
it.
have a place we were headed. We were headed to the launch site.
Yeah,
Cody,
this
we're
is now
out here
different.
on our own. This job's for us. We're stranded out here in the cold. We got through a storm to get through here. There's no going back now.
Hey, look, I get it. Maybe you're great at being out on your own, but I don't like to walk into dangerous places without all of the information.
Well, then what the hell are you doing here?
Comrade, do not worry, my friend. We will figure it out. We will take care of this. This is what we do.
And it's a little rough in Russia because the Delphi Council is supposedly allied with the Russian government. So your resources here are, the Russian government working with the Tharkol too. That's up to you whether you want to try and use those resources or not. So far, it seems like you're like, I don't think I trust these guys, and you're pulling away from them. So that's totally your choice.
Demons. How does that affect on a person?
Legit.
So let us go. Let us get into our vehicle and drive there. We'll get the answers.
Blood Tongue is already in the car, like smacking on the dashboard in the passenger seat, like, let's go.
I get it.
I will get in the driver's seat because I don't like how it went last time.
No, dude, I'll drive. Just give me a minute. Okay. If I was a Russian KGB guy and I had a techno demon with me,
Cody.
And I'm going to kind of go underneath the car and just like feel around for a tracking device, like around all the wheel caps and anything like that.
So you crawl under there and you're looking, and it's actually pretty easy to find. It's one of those like one of those teeth things is like chewing on the axle, just and it's like in there.
That's awesome.
It's alive.
It's like a sack with teeth, and it's like in your hand, and you're like, whoa, what is that?
I'm going to immediately stand up. Okay, dudes, don't panic. We got another sack of flesh down here.
Don't kill it. Don't kill it. Then they'll know.
Right.
You got to put it on something.
Right. Well, maybe.
Preferably something that moves.
I mean, maybe we could use this, right? Like in the, I've seen like I saw like the most recent spy movies and stuff. I used to Bond. Like I was a big fan of that show. So maybe we could like drive to a place and let them follow us for a little bit, and then like maybe dump it or something.
I say we head out of town so they know we left. That's what they're going to be expecting. Then we put it on something else. We find a dog or something.
Have we seen any other vehicles on the road?
Yeah, so it's not as thick as traffic used to be in Moscow, but there's still traffic, right? This is still a metropolitan, and there's still a lot of people living here. So.
How far
is there any cars around us?
What's that?
Is there any other vehicles around us?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I have a question, Daryl. How far out are we? How many like hours are we from like the storm that we came in at? Right? Aren't we like pretty close to it?
You're not that close to it, actually. It's about a 6-hour drive back to the border.
Damn. Okay, never mind. Anton, are there any other like crazy reality storm things like here or nearby? Maybe we could like drive to the cusp of it, kind of toss it out that way, and they'll think that it just like fell off or got lost or whatever,
or that we left.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that'd be perfect.
But why don't we just put it on someone else's car? Maybe we can pay them to drive somewhere.
Because then they know we found it. It's
So
your
the big
call.
thing about reality borders is you're actually close to one on the north. It's where the Tharkoldu border ends and the blasted land starts.
How far out?
So you're about an hour's drive from that, and that's the direction you're going is the downside. You're headed that way to get to the Cosmodrome.
Well, that's great. It'll all add up.
Yeah, we'll just drive straight through like that's where we're going. We'll toss it out there in the reality storm, and then bing, bang, boom, we're already where we need to be, and we ain't got no KGB. It's perfect.
Comrade, but they'll know what direction we went. Let's send them somewhere else.
Yeah, but they'll think that we went off into the storm. We came in through a storm.
There may or may not be storms along borders. They usually are, but they're not always.
Anybody got any money? I'm gonna pat around. Like,
I don't know.
Do we have any Russian?
Yeah, I mean, you've got some
rubles?
cash. Yeah, you're absolutely. You're always going to the field with some cash.
Why don't we just find somebody and just stick it on their car and pay them to drive like to the other end of the country?
I think somebody suggested that.
Were you not listening?
Sorry, I got
No one
confused.
ever listens to the lizard man.
Comrade, that is an excellent idea. Is there like I want to look for like a taxi.
Yeah, easily.
So let's scrounge up however much money we can. Someone who's the best at like for planning this thing without being noticed.
I'm pretty good at stealth.
I'm definitely not the guy to go talk to a stranger about this.
I have maneuver. Is that a thing?
If you're gonna go convince him,
Yeah. So yeah, if you just want to like pay someone to do
Who's
something,
charismatic?
it's
right?
usually either persuasion or streetwise.
if we want anybody to put this tooth testicle on any kind of car, it should be Cody doing that.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Find it, figure it out, whatever.
Yeah, so we'll have you put it on a taxi. I'll go talk to the driver.
Okay.
We'll round up our money. And when I get to the driver, I will hand him a flare, and I'll give him an address that's far from here in the opposite direction we're going.
There you go. Yeah, back south. That's
All
fine.
right, I need this delivered. They'll know what it means when they get it. And then I start handing out cash.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll slide around to the backside and put the
Sure.
Put the
yeah.
flesh sack underneath the car.
Yeah, like you kind of wedge it in there, it starts biting on something, and it kind of sticks there. Yeah. Yeah, there's no real need if this happens. You're like, yeah, you give him some money, and the guy's like, okay, I'll deliver your flare. Sure.
Your flare.
I kind of stand back.
It drives away.
I kind of like nudge Eli as I like, it looks like truck nuts or whatever.
I come up to Cody, slap him on the back, probably almost knocking him over. Well done, comrade.
Okay, thanks. So I'm driving, and I'm gonna go run and hop in the car before Anton can even figure out.
I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
I briefly consider using my net launcher to stop.
As Cody runs over to the truck, I just kind of look over at Anton. I'm like, if he blacks out again, I'm kicking him out. Then I walk over and I get into the car.
All right, so we're gonna load up, Daryl, and we're gonna keep heading, I guess, north to the
north.
Are we gonna go to the launch site and not try to investigate anything further here?
Nope.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I think it's our only lead, really.
Well, we don't want to canvass the neighborhood or ask, if anybody saw anything nearby or any strange screaming in the last few nights or anything like that.
It's pretty dead here. Like this,
all right.
like it looks like bad things happened on this.
I feel like people hear screaming all the time around here.
That's like the game master being like, yeah, it's pretty dead here. Perhaps
well, I mean,
you
it is.
want...
I just want to set expectations.
Yeah.
You might actually find information. You'll do streetwise to go poke around if you want. But everyone in that building was clearly dead. There's, there was all taped off.
I don't think it's necessary, mostly because I feel like nobody really knew what was going on here. We have more information than anything.
Yeah, I totally agree. Let's bail and go north to the silo site.
All
Not only
right.
that, it would have been the thing to do before we sent away the teeth on with the sack.
yeah, it would be time, right? So, all right, you guys start heading north. Basically the center of Moscow is a crater, and you guys kind of have to go around it. That's where it was a strategic nuke that hit. Miles of Moscow are just gone, and people still are live around it, especially on the south. It starts getting more sparse towards the north. It was that's where the fallout, and it was particular fallout in this case. Was going, and when you hit that side of it, you start hitting those military checkpoints, and these kind of bored-looking, soldiers are coming out in the coats, and they don't get a lot of traffic up here, so you're drawing attention from them as one comes up and goes, "Papers."
We have papers, right? We did the first check, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So exactly. You've got your papers from the Delphi Council. You're actually allowed to be here. So
Cody's like, shit, we're at the glove box.
Yeah. So he'll take those away, and another guard's just kind of talking to you while they're checking all this stuff, and he goes like, "What is this? You going north?"
Hi, comrade. Has anyone else come through here recently?
He says, "No, not recently. Only people that go up there are military units. You don't look like a military unit.
Nah, man, we're subcontractors. They're just calling us in to do some, like, you know, look at a couple of pieces of whatever and consult really about, you know, kind of the way that they were laying everything out. It's not really a big deal.
Consultants, got it. You know, so, and meanwhile, the other guys come back and he's like, Delphi Council, they're Storm Knights. And he goes, oh.
Have you seen any women come through here? Maybe with military units.
Yeah, so he actually thinks about it before answering. He's like, not really. But what they're really curious is, do you guys have any news of the war? He's like, they don't tell us anything. What's going on out there?
So I'll start telling them whatever the latest gossip is or rumors.
Okay. So the big gossip is, you know, no, like all of India is just gone. I mean, the zones in the Orosh are bulletproof practically, and almost no one's going in or out, you know, including you guys. And he's like, oh, what? That sounds bad.
I think what my friend here's trying to say is that things are looking good in a lot of places. It's really looking good. Hey, I got a question for you.
It's not India.
And I'm like, I kind of look over at Anton, like, bro, these, like, their life sucks. Like, give them some hope.
Yes, their life sucks, comrade. They're Russians.
Yeah, they're kind of like, yeah, true.
Hey, you know, we were curious. We heard some interesting stories. We haven't been out this way to go consult yet. You know, we heard that there's a lot of like techno demons actually working with, like, you know, KGB or whatever. That's kind of news to me. Is that pretty common, or does that only happen in, like, you know, like special units and stuff like that?
He says, well, you know, orders are Thorkoldu are our allies now. We're working together.
So have you guys seen a lot of them partnered up with, like, you know, people?
Last one I saw, I was shooting at, but that was on day one.
Okay. All right. You know, I'm a photographer. My off time, I thought maybe I'd get a couple of, you know, pics with them or something. So, you know, nothing.
Good
amazing.
luck with that. Watch out for radiation. You're cleared.
Radiation. Oh man, I'll have to. And I'm like pulling the car into drive and getting the hell out of the gate.
Okay, so you guys go through that gate. There's pretty much no checkpoints beyond that. There's just empty city, which very quickly becomes just wasteland. You know, dead trees, snow on the ground, a little, you know, it's light, but it's there. And just that stillness of a landscape that's used to having people, but there just are none out there right now.
All right, guys. So let's take an inventory of what we know. This chick we're looking for is a Russian informant, right? But the Russians weren't interested in looking for her unless they were just making up a totally different name. So some other chick disappeared. What do you guys think it means?
I don't understand at all.
I'm not sure, my friend. I just want to get Omar's sister back. Omar is a good friend.
Yeah, it's a good dude.
There's some kind of evil moved around through Russia right now. We just fought those tongue undead things. It's likely it's connected. It's not it's obviously going to be something simple. You know, these investigators are trying to find out what's going on and what we know and where we're going. They may be in on it. Just keep your eye out.
But if they were in on it, wouldn't they know where Lydia was? Even though they didn't ask for her?
They may know what's happening, but they may not know what the creatures or the monsters do with the women. May just let them do what they need to do, but they don't know where they go. And to save face and look good, they investigate and look for them, but they never find them.
Russians,
comrade, I think they slipped away from them.
Russians teaming up with techno demons and using undead to do their dirty work. That's crazy, man.
That's Russia now.
You guys are paranoid, but it is Russia. So
I've seen a lot worse.
So as you continue north, and the landscape's, you know, still changing, you you feel as Storm Knights that sort of shift in reality, that you've left the proper dominant zone, the border of Darkhold, but this whole radioactive wasteland, and it's not really radioactive, but it is instead of radioactivity, it's Darkholdu reality. So a lot of things haven't changed at all. Like, you're outside of their borders, but all of those rules are still in effect. It's like you're still in Darkhold, but it's not really owned by the Darkholdu. It's anything goes land out here. And you'll see like occasional people on the side of the road, and they like run. Like, as soon as they hear your car coming, they'll like bolt out and get under cover. And like, you just like catch sight of people here and there that mostly want nothing to do with you. It looks like a somewhat fearful place. And,
it's very sad, my friends. His Mother Russia used to be so beautiful.
Yeah, well, it's inevitable.
I mean, I'm sure it'll come around. This isn't forever.
I don't know, comrade. Ever since the bridge landed and the government chose to nuke their own people,
it seems quite dead. I don't know if this is temporary.
You guys even see, and so go ahead and give me a find test for anything that you see along.
Oh, a roll!
A roll!
Hooray!
Dice.
Ciao. Plus a.
Just tell me what your results are.
7.
7. Okay. You see a lot of dead trees.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty dead.
Also a 7.
A whopping 10.
10. Okay. So you
14.
All right. So 10 and 14, what you guys catch sight of is, at first, you're like, it's one of the, you do see some life out there, but it usually is fearful and skitters away. You catch sight of an owl, that's just landed on one of those dead trees. And at first, it doesn't strike you as anything. Like, you guys, the 7 see it like, oh yeah, an owl. And they don't put much into it. The 10 and the 14, you get a closer look, and actually the owl has some of that like technology braced in it. And like that's part of the infection. Like, instead of radiation sickness, some stuff turns technological.
That's so cool.
In this area. So
I'm going to pour myself out the window, like sitting on the door frame, and grab my net launcher and try and capture it.
Okay. Well, sure. Give me a that's gonna be missile weapons.
If you give me a heads up, I'll slow the car down. If that's what you want to do.
Now,
This is how we do in Russia.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a missile weapon if this happens.
that is going to be that's going to be an 8.
An 8. So, boom, like net goes out. This thing spooks.
What the hell?
Like, flies off. Not quite tagged, but.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. That's a. I rolled a 10.
Oh, 10s explode. So that's going to be much better. Keep going.
11.
So it's an 11. That brings it to a 9.
Yeah, no, still, no. The thing spooks and flies away.
I'll pull the car over so you can grab his net.
Yeah. He just winds it in. It's actually got a little motor. Just pulls it right back in.
Anton, what are you doing? Trying to catch birds? You hungry?
Oh, the creature, that technovirus.
Do you eat random birds where you come from?
No, my friend. Possibly someone is spying upon us.
Okay.
Mm.
This is all real confusing for me.
The creature, it has dead parts.
It had balls and testicles on it? And
It
teeth?
turned to blood tongue, looking.
That was no creature. That was no bird. That was something I do not recognize, and I think it's best left alone.
Did it have teeth? It was like chattering?
Nah,
No, it's
not
a bird.
like that.
It's
Not how that works.
I saw it. Like, one of its eyes was all jacked up. That's all. Right? Isn't that what you saw, Anton?
It's cool. It's cool.
I gotta wave my cybernetic arm around like this.
Dude, that
Very
is
much
so
like that.
cool, man. I seriously should get me one of those. So how far out are we from our ultimate destination?
So it's probably it's going to be quite a drive. Like 12 hours straight through. You guys are going to want to rest at some point, or you could, kind of push the envelope and maybe get there. You'd be exhausted when you arrived, but then again, there's not that many good places to stay. You might try and find a place to put a roof over your head as you go. Totally up to you guys. But it's
I think
haul.
Cody, I think you drive as fast as we can for as far as we can until we see somewhere where we can seek some temporary respite, and we stay a very short period of time, and then we continue on.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Man, I wish I had some coffee right now so bad. Maybe you guys want to keep an eye out in the back for more of those weird bird things in case they are actually following us.
Is there a trunk?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will get out of or is there a back seat, a backpack seat?
It's an Escalade, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just take off my seatbelt and then jump into the back, and I'll be facing backwards with my rifle, and I'll just be watching the entire
you're
time.
on watch. So you'll see other wildlife, but nothing quite like that owl again. I mean, it's out there, and even some people and refugees, but they want nothing to do with you as you
all
right. Nothing untoward happens for hours as you guys are going north through this wasteland. You can see storms in the distance, but they don't look like those reality storms. They look like just, the earthly type, although maybe pretty severe. It's probably around midnight when you guys hit. The dead trees have gone away, and now it's just pretty open. And there's what looks like a building, just sort of a waste of, it would have been by the highway that you guys are following along. And it's there. You don't see lights in it or anything like that, but it is a structure.
Can we tell what this building used to be?
Probably it was a hotel or a house.
So yeah, anyways, that was the third time that I got with Vanessa, and that was super cool. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. What is that up there?
Looks like a building, a house perhaps, or a hotel.
But it does. You said it did have lights on it, Daryl?
It does not have lights.
Okay, it doesn't have lights.
Just, it's intact, but you don't really see any signs of activity around it or anything like that.
I mean, guys, we could totally stop there if it's not, occupied, but I haven't seen anything else for miles, so it could be a pretty sweet place to set up a trap.
So it's a 3-story kind of stone on the outside, windows, not cottage, think kind of old school hotel is what it looks like.
And that's it?
That's it.
It's just there?
It's just there. There's not much around it.
What time of day is it?
Midnight.
It's not been driving for a while.
Maybe we should stop and rest.
This place is surely not going to be very pleasant, but I fear that where we're going is going to be much worse, and I want to show up there rested and prepared.
Cody, have you stopped the car?
And I assume we're kind of still driving up to it.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I vote actually we don't stay here because that's the only place to stay, and it's obvious. I saw this in a movie once where it's that's totally obvious. I don't think we should stay there.
If you want, we could stop in the middle of this open nothingness and rest in this car.
Yeah, man. It's like camping. I could pull off the road for a little bit, and just drive off the, maybe.
Daryl, is there anything in the wilderness that if we were to stop the vehicle that we could cover it with? Is there any trees and crap around?
Yeah, so, this is, think northern Russia, so yeah, you can find stuff. It's not that hard. It's just a matter of time. Do you want to pull off, camouflage the vehicle, do all that? You absolutely can.
I don't like the idea of just sitting in this non-moving vehicle for anybody to see. So
Yeah.
What is
at least if
the
somebody
last time we've seen civilization type stuff?
Yeah, so on the route that you're on, the first civilization should be the Cosmodrome. If you pull off, there'll be villages and things out there. God knows. There's not been a census of what's going on in the blasted land. So, there's signs that point to different towns and things like that. You could go to a town and see what's there. I'm assuming you guys are headed for the Cosmodrome, but you can break off and head for anything along the way.
Maybe there will be people there. Perhaps they'll be friendly.
People who survived a nuclear blast. I don't know how hospitable they may be.
I mean, okay, if you guys really want to go there, but I think it's a bad idea.
I don't know. Or we just push through.
I would personally try to vote to pull off the road and just rest in the car for a little bit, get shut eye for 2-3 hours, and that way, if it's a wasteland, we have a 360 view, and we're in the car or near the car, and we could get back in the car and keep going. But if you guys want to go check out the building, we can totally do that. That also sounds fun, especially if there's techno demons and more undead things to kill.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Who doesn't like more fat loot? So what do you guys want to do?
I kind of want to check and see if they're people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would feel better about the building than sitting by the side of the road.
How well upkept does the building look?
Not very. It looks like it's falling apart like most things out
Look,
here.
we got weapons. We know how to protect ourselves. If anything comes for us in that building, they're going to die.
Sure.
I think we're better off protected there.
All right, guys. If that's what you want to do, seriously though, you should definitely check out Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because this is such a setup to a bad movie. All right, and I'm gonna drive on into
what's the movie?
It's like a oh god, I don't even know where to begin with this one. Anton, you want to help me out?
Comrade, you should live more and watch movies less. I'll go up to the door and see if it appears to be locked.
It isn't even locked. You touch it and the door just creaks open.
Because why would the Texas Chainsaw Massacre lock his door? He wants you to come inside. Hello.
Is there any
tomorrow is Halloween, folks. Get with the program.
is the floor? Is it covered in dust? Is it clean? Is it dirt?
So no, it's pretty dirty, but you immediately see what there is there's a lot of makeshift cots and beds and things. It looks like people are sleeping. People do come here to sleep. There doesn't seem to be anyone here now.
How many stories is this building?
There's basically 3 stories total.
See, comrades, people sleep here all the time. It is fine.
It looks like it's all just in the main foyer type. There's just stuff piled up, and there's some bedding and things like that.
Yeah, so if people sleep here all the time, why are there no people around? It's because because they're in the freezer. It's definitely because they're in the freezer.
There's no people here because this is the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of the night.
Also in a place where it's been decimated and destroyed. It's very abandoned here.
And also the checkpoint, right? Can just anybody pass through a checkpoint or no?
No, they usually are going to turn people away. I mean, if you could, it's pretty easy to bribe a guard to let you through, but not a lot of people want to go here.
Why would people be traveling? Anyone past that checkpoint is probably just trying to survive in their own way. I don't think they're going on road trips.
Whatever you say, guys.
Bloodtag's gonna go Bloodtag's gonna go up to the threshold of the building and kind of peek his head in and just kind of try to sniff it out to see if anything doesn't smell quite right. Or
go ahead and give me that fine test.
Ooh. That'd be a 13 total.
Okay, so you smell that stink of human. That's that. Clearly, it's mostly humans that have been here. There's nothing active right now. It's not. Oh, I smell death or anything like that. It's just it smells like a bunch of humans have crashed here at some point in the near past, is your guess.
Smells just like a place for your kind.
Ooh, a lot like your car.
No iron ting or tinge in the air? Nothing?
I do not smell the sweet smell of death. Only the funk of humanity.
The funk.
Ah, see, comrade, you're worried about the people we might find here.
I only smell the funk of humanity.
Yeah.
All right, let's set up camp. Let's kind of like establish, like, I guess, like a perimeter. Just check out all the rooms, make sure they're all empty.
Yeah,
and
so
like, crash on some cots.
It looks like, all the bedding from the rooms has been dragged down to the main foyer. You guys do, just looking around, you see some bullet holes on the outside of this place, like here and there around windows. Like there's maybe been a firefight or two around this. You don't see like cases or ammunition, but you do see some empty clips of the weapons they tend to use here. They're called FAVs. They're little machine guns. They use caseless ammo, and you can see some of the discarded FAV clips like around, in the stuff. And there's no food that you find, and the water's not working. And the creepiest thing that you find is when you go into the kitchen, there's just like rows of like these kind of cleaver hook things. You're like, oh yeah, that wasn't good. But it's not like they're dripping blood or anything like that.
Comrade, look, just like the movies you talk about.
Great. He's gonna set up he's like, okay, where's the window? All right, where's the corner of the room? That's the entry point. Okay, I'm gonna position my cot this way and face that. He's gonna totally be paranoid the whole time that he's here.
Bloodtime's gonna check to see if there is like a cellar door or anything. If just making sure there's not a lower level that we don't know about.
There actually is, but it's got wine bottles. It's a wine cellar.
Okay.
So you find
Are they empty or are they full?
So they are actually mostly empty or gone. It's just the racks. It looks like this place has been looted pretty good.
Let's why don't we camp out in the cellar? It's a lot safer.
Eli, my friend, I don't know if that is a good idea. There's no way out.
Yeah, there is. Oh, in case we get swarmed from there? Well, I mean, if bad guys start coming in and, they come in from one concentrated point instead of many.
I'd rather be on the second floor than below.
Oh, there's a second floor. I didn't even... That's the best spot to be. Let's stay up there.
All right. So
Comrade, are you not afraid of things coming down from the third floor?
Oh, there's a third floor?
There was a third floor.
I stay on the third floor.
Ah.
The higher, the better.
As Cody's like climbing up with everybody, Spider-Man. There's no way they're going to be getting us over here. We'll be fine. This will be great. I'm going to go ahead and take some precautionary measures of finding some of the bedding and tying them into like a rope that we could throw out the window and climb down from the third floor if we need to. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and have that like just set up and established that it's there in case we need to escape quickly.
Great.
Yeah, and Bloodtongue's going to push a cot over to the window if there's a window facing the highway there, and kind of hunker down so that I can see as I'm laying down the road.
I'm just hoping that Daryl had like no plans for this, and this was just like a story element, and we've all made everyone so paranoid that he's like, okay, I've got to put an encounter in here now. Like something has to happen.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre encounter.
I never tell.
The building actually just collapses.
Yeah. Earthquake, you're all dead. Sorry.
Rocks.
So I assume, you guys are taking shifts, and there's going to be like a watch schedule, or how are you guys going to do that?
Yeah, we'll take 2-hour watches.
Okay. So in that case, and I'll want the order, and that the sun will be up. It will be kind of, a couple hours of daylight by the time you guys are rested and ready to move on, if that's how you're going to do it.
Yeah, Bloodtongue has kind of set himself up to take the first
Done.
watch there.
I will I'll take any watch that's necessary. Maybe the second one.
I'll take the last watch.
So that leaves Anton as third. So go ahead and give me your find tests. Let me know if anybody fails or fumbles, because that will be your falling asleep.
I got a 10.
9 plus 14, so 1, 10. 10!
Blood Tongue gets a 13.
Nice.
Got a 9.
-1.
So wait, -1 total?
Yeah, I got a -10, and my value is 9.
Oh, you got the 1?
You son of a bitch.
He fell asleep.
You son of a bitch.
Yes!
It was an accident.
Old man.
That was second watch.
I could take a while.
Oh my god, no!
Nobody can ever.
Okay. All right, cool. So, you do wake up. That's a good, that's yeah, at the end of your watch, who was third watch? I think it was
Cody.
No, I'm fourth
Yes.
watch.
No.
I'm
I'm
fourth
third.
watch.
It was Anton.
Anton.
Yeah, so Anton comes and wakes up, Eli that's a little bit embarrassing.
Did you?
It's all right, comrade. It happens to us all. I will take the watch. You go sleep.
Yeah, all right. He walks over and goes to sleep.
He's like sleeping for real. And as you're taking watch, Anton, you're kind of like looking out. You got a good elevated view, and you're pretty sure that you see like a vehicle parked way out in the distance. It's not getting closer, but it probably drove up at some point during Eli's watch and is just like out there in the far distance waiting now.
I'll just keep an eye on it for now. I won't. I'm not going to worry about it. If it's not getting closer.
It's not getting closer, but yeah, when the sun comes up, you're like a little bit after you've tagged out to Cody for the last watch, and when the sun's coming up, and you've kind of pointed it out, like, hey, there's a vehicle out there, and Cody, when the sun comes up, you see now there's 2.
Dudes, please don't be Leatherface. All right. Hey, Blood Tongue, Eli. We've got a couple of cars off in the distance now, and they're just hanging out. It's not creepy or nothing at all.
Horseless carriages.
Maybe I got some good rest already, so maybe we just load up, and then y'all can sleep in the car if you need to or something, and I'll drive us out of here.
Drive fast. And
Y'all ready
Blood Tongue
to go?
already started. Yeah, let's. I didn't make myself at home. I have no suitcases. I am prepared to leave.
No worry. And he like reaches into his bag and he throws everybody a package of Pop-Tarts that he's managed to procure for supplements. Here's your breakfast. All right, let's get out of here. And we're gonna leave.
Okay, so if you guys start if you start moving to your vehicle, those 2 start accelerating towards you. So you can pile in your car and go.
Oh yeah.
You can stand and fight.
I'm as we're getting into the car, if we're all piling into the car, I want to be the last one in, and I want to turn. And if they're accelerating towards us, I want to take a shot at a wheel.
Okay, so they're a little too far away to shoot at the moment.
Okay, when they come in range,
yeah, we'll say they come in range.
I'll be backwards, and I'll have my body out the window, and I'll have the gun ready.
Yeah, all right.
Nice.
So you guys are ready. So we'll say when you guys tear off, they're tearing off after you. You're getting ready to you're lining up with your gun. So they're getting close enough that you can see that these are vehicles. They were once something else, but they've been kind of put together, and they're torn apart and put together. There's blades welded to the outsides of these.
Mad Max.
Kind
from
of Mad Max
Australia.
style. There's a little bit. Well, but it's also a lot of it is that techno-organic junk that's been coming down. Some of that's been placed on as well, which gives them a different feel, and their engines don't sound the same as yours either. And there's maybe Russian guys, maybe Tharkoldu, there are humans from Tharkoldu, but they're on theirs and they're like beating the top of the roof, going, "Yeah, go!" And they've got weapons headed for you.
Bloodtongue prepares his spear.
As soon as it's in range, I'm taking a shot at. Is there glass on where the driver is?
Yeah. So actually, they don't even have glass. It's just
I'll shoot the driver.
Yeah,
if I can.
Absolutely. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on to encounter time. I mean, we'll treat this like a chase.
Oh boy.
Would you like to do that?
That's what's chasing us right now.
That kind of is. Would you like to play the card? Too?
It says no. I wasn't playing it. I was showing. It says once I've dealt with them. So can I play it after I've dealt with we've killed them?
So essentially, you play that card to add more stuff.
Done. It's played.
Okay. Yeah. So like that, like they're just getting into range, and that's when you see like 2 more cars come from the other side, and they're kind of boxing you guys in.
Okay, so I have a question here, as I assume I'm driving, guys. Am I driving? Yeah.
Yeah, driving. Yep.
Daryl, is this a big long straight road? Is it
pretty much?
There's not a lot of trees or nothing? It's a big long straight road, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so what I want to do is, as I'm driving, I will drive as smooth and as straight as possible. I don't want to try to turn or twist. What I want, because I'm not going to be able to outrun them. I think that the best thing we could do is make the shots as easy as possible for Eli. So that's how I want to drive.
Okay. So we'll go into cards for this. Like I draw the drama card, and it's "You're driven back" is the card. Just like we were on combat before, villains are going to get to act first. And I'm going to say, because you guys were taking off and getting a head start in a chase, there's like A, B, C, D. And if you finish D, you get away. We're going to say you already got to jump on A because of that. So you're kind of already a little bit ahead, but the villains are going to go. Defend and maneuver are the approved actions. And then the other thing that's important on these cards is on the side, there's letters. A is a letter that's available, so they're going to try and catch up. So their drivers are going to try and catch up to step A, and this is going to determine range. And the gunners are actually going to take shots at your car. So I'm just rolling their test. 13. And just so you guys know, they're the same speed as you. The target's going to be 10 to make steps on this. So 1 car is caught up. 2.
Oh no.
3.
Oh no.
All 4 are now on step A as well.
Not good.
We're all close together.
How close are they now?
So in a chase, range is very fast and loose. They, at 1 step away, there's essentially no range modifiers. So you could throw a spear at them. They're going to blast away at you guys, and so on. They're firing at your car with their Thav machine guns. It's basically group fire. I'm going to roll 1 for all of them, do damage to your car. They're not aiming at anything in specific. All right, so I roll an 8 with the long burst. Bullets start rattling through your car. It does a bunch of damage. Your car's toughness is enough so that the bullets aren't penetrating, but like glass is breaking. Everybody inside takes 1 shock.
Shit!
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. As they're all like blasting away, like just close enough you can hear them like cackling. Yeah! Woo! Now heroes go. Heroes have a surge, which, as we established before, Bloodtongue, you've got to roll. And Cody, I forgot, you've got to roll too because you're carrying disruptor grenades.
This is a
even higher tech.
This is a roll just to make sure it's not a 1, right? Is that what it was?
Yep. For you, it's just not a 1. For Cody, it's not a 1 through 4.
So you just want me to roll a d20?
Just a d20.
Bow.
See if you blow it.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. So yeah, you guys are fine. The surge doesn't do anything. Your action is up.
Bloodtongue immediately, as these bullets start firing, he reaches towards his chest and grabs this like bone carving, and he starts speaking in a language no one else understands. Just and I'm going to use my action to cast Ward Enemy, hoping that the cars are kind of getting close enough for it to affect them.
Sure. So what Ward Enemy would do is that gives you protection against supernatural foes. These aren't really supernatural foes. These are just like dudes in cars.
I don't know that though.
Yep. So absolutely. So we do it, but.
Is it back to their turn?
No, it's you guys going in any order you want.
Oh, I'll go after Blood Tongue.
Yeah.
Okay, so I suppose then the check on that is kind of irrelevant if it doesn't affect them. But
yeah, I mean, so for your own edification, you can know if you got a good success.
I mean, it would have been it's a 3. So is that a faith?
Correct.
Is that what for a miracles thing?
Yes.
So it would have been a 17.
So, well, I mean, it still is, right? That's a good success on the miracle. The ward is up, and you can feel like there's that push, that miracles are hard here. Like you push it through, like it's a thing, but and in fact, that would have worked great against those skeleton things last session, but against these guys, doesn't do it. It's not going to have an effect in the combat, but the ward is there.
As far as I'm concerned, those cars are supernatural beasts. They
They
are not normal.
And you can go ahead and put a card in your action pool now, too. Eli was second, right?
Yeah, I'm going to fire at... How many cards are there?
There are 4 of them now.
All right, the closest one, I will take a shot at the driver.
Okay.
Please don't. Come on. Yes.
Ooh.
4 plus. Where's my fire combat? Yeah, it's a 16.
So 8 was what you're going for, so that's a good hit. Roll your damage.
Awesome. Damage is just 14.
Well, you got a good hit, so you add 1 bonus die.
That's right. Boop. Oh shit.
Oh.
5 plus 1, 7. 6.
Okay. Yeah, so that's 20 damage to the driver. So there's not much left of this driver. Now. Boom. Like his gunner's like, whoa, and you can see the car start going,
Awesome. I got one.
Well,
that's great, man.
Don't forget to put a card in your pool, please.
Yeah, I only have glory, so I will keep glory in there.
Nice.
David, you want to go next?
Sure. So you can play the Cosm cards anytime, right?
Absolutely, anytime.
Okay. So I will try and intimidate the next closest driver.
Nice. Right. So yeah, they're like kind of pulling up, and you're just like, oh yeah.
So I'm going to look at him and give him like the 1,000-mile stare. That's a 14, and I'm just going to point my metallic arm at him. Kana, do not make me break you.
Awesome. So the great thing about that is their intimidate's only 6. So that's a good success, nearly an outstanding one. So you get to choose. Do you want basically him and his vehicle to be stymied or vulnerable to attack?
I'm going to play You Work For Me now.
Oh,
nice.
Okay.
And essentially, I'm going to like gesture towards one of the cars next to him.
So, okay, go ahead and read out to me what You Work For Me does.
Play on an Ord. Your character has successfully intimidated. The Ord becomes your lackey for the remainder of the act.
Okay, so yeah, you're just like, you with me, and you can just see it go,
That's so fucking.
And his driver's looking at you, look at him like, what are you doing? But like that's a thing that's happening.
Amazing.
Well done. Play your card into the pool.
So I'm driving straight and smooth, and then how far back are they roughly?
So they're essentially there's no range mod.
I mean, like 100 yards, 100 feet.
So you can within your move, you can close the distance or not. When you guys are on the same step, you could ram them right now if you wanted to.
Okay.
Or you could be 100 meters away. Like.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay. So then all I want to do is I want to do two things. First thing is I want to I want to kind of see like look through the mirrors while I'm driving and trying to keep it smooth as I'm like looking up and looking down and looking. What do they look like? Like do they look like Raiders? They look like Mad Max? Am I getting that kind of vibe?
They do. So what you get, as you're looking at them, there's no check or anything like that. They're human. They're humans, but they're not Russians. So you guys would know that the Tharkoldu, they have like an entire race of human slaves on their world that they use as cannon fodder. And one of the things that happened when everything went wrong when their invasion is lots of them got like kind of turned loose and do their own thing. And that's what these guys look like. They're called thralls.
Okay. So
the race.
Basically when I see that I'm like, okay, hold on guys. And I don't want to break completely and stop. I think they would be able to react in time to like not just blow past me, but I want to get very quickly level with them. And then as I'm like reaching in for my Glock and I'm just like, hold on guys, I slam on the brake and I back on the gas as soon as I think I've caught level with them. And I turn and I'm just going to cross over and just crack with my Glock.
Okay. Just at a car or at a gunner driver?
At the driver. Yeah, hell yeah, at the driver.
Okay, yep.
So I've got a -1, and that is going to be with my fire combat.
Yes.
So that's just an 8.
Okay, an 8 hits, no extra damage. So that's 13. These guys. All right, that's going to do shock to him. Like you're like, bam, bam, bam. You see him like go down a little bit, and it essentially did damage, but doesn't take him out. And that car is kind of swerving around. And they're like, whoa.
And that'll be my turn.
Great. And don't forget to play a card in your pool.
I told you guys not to stay there.
Was that everybody?
Yes.
Okay. New card for the round. Is the card. Let me show that off. So defend and trick are the approved actions. There is a critical problem is what it's called. And in a chase, that means drivers are going to have to make that drive test. And if they don't, they get knocked back a step and horrible things happen. Like that could be your engine explodes and so on. Villains are going to go first. So this is super unfortunate because one of the drivers got taken out. His friend is going to like jump over there and try and do this roll. No.
Oh, crap.
So you guys look over and you see that one where you shot the driver and the other guy like goes, reaches forward to grab the steering wheel. But they just come off the road enough, it hits a lip, and just that car just tumbles over. They are gone. They're completely out of there. The next one. So this will be your intimidated guy. 13. Good. He's still on the road. He doesn't just completely, die. And he's kind of forming up with you. He's like coming in to support you. And it looks like his gunner, when he goes, is just going to take him out. But that car, they're barely okay. Hey, and the last one's good.
Nice.
Keep going. Yeah, 21. Okay, so one of the three is toast. The ones pulled up next to you guys. And so villains are going to go. And the other thing I will note is heroes are going to suffer a setback on their line. So even if you don't blow the chase completely, something else bad is about to happen. So
I vote Anton falls out of the car.
Vote registered.
That'd be very unfortunate for those guys.
Vote registered. Love it. Okay, so villains are going to go. Intimidated gunner is going to be like, dude, what are you doing? Bam. And he's just taking out the driver. Yeah. So, unfortunately, Anton, the guy that you intimidated just took a bunch of rounds to the face and he looks like an ex-Tharkoldu. And the thrall's like now trying to take control of the vehicle over there. But there's no gunner on that side, which is good.
Hooray.
The other two, What are they going to do? I think they're going to fire at. So they actually still have to fire at the vehicle since their vehicles are open. They've got like open windows. That's why you guys can just pick them off. Your guys' is not, so they have to shoot at the vehicle. So
Nice.
2 of them blasting away. So
You
bullets
suck.
bounce harmlessly off your car.
You should use metal ones, not rubber ones.
And that is them. Heroes.
I picture you like pulling off the black powder and like stuffing it back into the
And they're like, "Brrrr," and I'm like, oh, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
That's not a gun. This is a gun. I'll go last. So who wants to go?
I'll go again.
Yeah.
I will take another shot at another driver.
Okay.
Pew!
Please kill him.
Ew.
Yes.
That's a hit, I assume. It's a 18 is a 5 plus 12. 17.
17 is a good hit, but not an outstanding one. So
Okay.
1 bonus die of damage.
Boop. 15 damage.
15 is just enough to take him out.
Awesome.
Driver number 3 goes down.
Bye-bye.
Boom. Like perfect every time.
It's like this massive like cannon too. Like it's called a
It is.
Slayer gun. It's huge.
It is, but also note that you've got a little less ammunition than most people.
Yep.
So, who's next?
Blood Tongue's just looking at his spear, feeling useless with it. So
No, they're within range.
He fumbles and tries to figure out. He opens the window, figures out how to do that, and looks at Cody. Get me close enough.
Stab
and he
him,
kind
dude,
of like goes
stab
like this. And I lean out the window and I just try to into whoever's closest.
Yeah, so there's a gunner nearby. The gunner on the one that he just shot, like it's close up enough. I'm sorry, it'd be the gunner that just took out the intimidated guy.
Yeah,
He's
I'm just trying to shish kebab. I'm leaning out of the window as far as I can without falling.
Done.
Okay, so that is a 14.
14. Now this uses his melee, so that is a hit, but not a good hit. It's going to do your spear damage, but no more.
So 11.
11. So they're going to take some more shock, but doesn't take him out. So you're like stabbing him, and like he's actually in addition to the little submachine gun, they've got hand weapons, and he's trying to fight you back. And probably that car would have crashed now, but we're going to say it kind of locked in on the side of your guys's. One good bump's going to send it flying because he's not driving at the moment. So he's in tough shape, but is still fighting. Who's next?
Anton, you want to go?
Yes, absolutely. We're locked with that car.
Yeah.
I want to climb on the roof and then jump onto their gun.
Awesome.
What do I need to do that?
So you guys are close enough. I'm going to say it's just a dexterity. Don't completely fail, and you'll be fine.
Okay, so that is a 9.
Yeah.
Total.
9. Yep. I'm going to say it was an easy dexterity to jump over there. Easy's 8, so you're good.
No.
Jump onto the other car, onto the guy with the gun. The driver's out.
Well, they had the machine
Nice.
guns right on the top.
They were using submachine guns.
Oh, okay. I thought they had like mounted turrets or something. Oh, well, okay.
I'll
So
add one. Yes, there is one now. You go, damn, why wasn't I using that before?
well, then when I jump over there, I want to try and just like boot him out the other side.
Absolutely.
So that's just a melee attack.
Yeah, that's unarmed because you're booting him.
All right, I'm going to use a possibility.
Yeah, you are. Because 2
Nice.
is pretty bad.
And sorry about that, guy.
I think he's getting a presidential alert.
So that gives you the total 12. The 4 is minimum 10. 12 plus 1. So unarmed combat plus 1.
Okay, unarmed combat plus 1 is going to be a 9.
All right, so you do. So you go to get this guy, miss by that much. And I think that this would be a good time to use that setback that you guys were going to get. Is you go to boot him, and you just see Anton tumble off that vehicle, just kind of get fall off and get left behind a little bit. So the falling damage on this one is actually 12 plus a bonus die. Probably won't be too wrecked unless I roll a 6.
Nice.
So that's 17, 21 damage, eating dirt. So what is your toughness, Anton?
15.
So 21, that's going to do a wound and 2 shock. Would you like to soak?
How do you soak?
So you spend a possibility and you roll your reality. And if you make
sure, I'll absolutely try and soak that.
Yeah. If you make it 10 or better, you're going to be okay.
That is a 13. And my reality is a 9. So
13's plus 1, you barely make it. Yeah, so boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you're not that great at soaking. Super tough, super badass, but reality's not his strong suit. But yeah, you guys see a reality where he falls off like head on a rock, taking the wound. Like rewinds a little bit. No. Boom, into just sand, rolling, angry, pissed off, but not really hurt.
So I take 1 wound, and do I take shock too?
You actually don't take any wounds because you soaked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much shock am I down?
You would have taken 2 and 1 wound. You took nothing.
Okay, perfect.
You're down 1 shock from where they initially shot up the car.
Okay, that leaves me. Do I need to roll something for the car?
You do as the driver. I mean, you don't have to, but then you automatically get the worst result. So.
Oh no, yeah. Let's roll. You just want. What am I rolling here?
This is land vehicles.
Oh, I saw the 20 for a second there. 14 is a +2, I think. It's a +1, and then land vehicle is a 9, so that's just a 10.
Right now, you need a 12 to prevent catastrophe.
Well, that's great, Daryl. I don't know how I would do that. Would I spend a possibility card or something like that to do that?
So you got your possibility chips, which you've got 3 of. You've got cards that could add to your bonus, like any supporter, adrenaline. From supporter.
I've got drama. Play this card as a it's the only card I have in my hand. Play this card as a possibility. You may not spend more than 1 drama card per test, but you may spend it in addition to regular possibilities and a hero card.
So you can spend your possibility or the drama card, your choice. Or just take the worst result.
No. Yeah, I'll spend the possibility. Or I'll spend the card because I don't want to stare at this card anymore.
Okay.
So I spend the card, and that gives me an extra D.
You roll a die 20 to add to your previous result. So
16. Yeah.
So now your result is 30. So 30 gives you.
And this card is gone.
+9, but you make it. So again, there's a reality where you guys like hit a stump and go flipping over, and all sorts of horrible stuff happens. Rewind. No, Cody's in charge here. This is okay. The car doesn't wreck.
So the car doesn't wreck. I assume we kind of rewind. Do I still get to make like an attack?
So normally your action is in doing the driving roll. I'll let you multi-action. Okay. There's a -2 to everything you do, which would have applied to that roll as well. But normally that's your action.
Okay, but the minus to that roll wouldn't matter, right? Because we're way over the 12, right?
Right.
Okay.
And it's the same roll, essentially. So what else?
So yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to, you know what? Let's have some fun. This deals non-lethal damage.
Oh, the disruptor grenade?
It deals non-lethal damage, but it might stun them, and while they're driving, it might cause them to wreck, which could be fun also. Yeah. So, so while Blood's tongue is like back there stabbing, and Anton has jumped and done all of his thing, I'm gonna just like zip us back to reality, swerve away, swerve back in, and as I do, I'm gonna try to toss the grenade over to that vehicle to finish disabling it.
Yep. So the same roll would apply. So the +9, -2, because you multi-actioned. You don't roll again.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You guys only ever roll once. So, but that's still going to be a outstanding hit. No, only a good hit. So what's the damage on the grenade?
It does 15.
Yeah, and that's a good hit, so roll a d6 bonus.
And then it deals +1 shock is what it says.
Yep.
Okay, so D6. Bow. There's just the 5.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. Okay, great.
20 plus one shock.
Yeah. So you throw the grenade in there, and Anton, in a lot of ways, you're kind of glad you're not on that car. It's what it did too. So energy like lightning bolts blast out of this car. The gunner that was on there that blasted his friend. You see him shot. He's completely out. The engine on it is some kind of electric engine. It explodes, and just pieces of this car go everywhere.
Nice.
Did you guys see that? That was so freaking cool, man.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Right. I mean, it's just one road. It's not really that much to keep an eye on, but that was so cool.
Bloodtongue totally didn't even notice it happening, and he thought he stabbed it into explosion.
That was me. Yeah.
Where's Anton?
It's back there.
I assume we still have more cars, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So there's 2 cars left. You guys are done with your actions, correct?
Yes, sir.
So Battle is Mine is the next card. Heroes are going to go. So villains, it's defend trick again. Villains are going to go. Then heroes go, and it's another setback. So something else horrible is going to happen.
Great.
You guys are lucky on this one. And B and C are steps. So if you want to make progress getting away, you don't have to. You could just take these guys out probably. But you can try and get some distance on them and leave Anton behind. So villains are going to go. The one is taking over the steering wheel on his, and he is going to try and make some steps. He's getting ahead of you guys and trying to cut you off. 10 explodes. Oh, yeah. 11. That's terrible.
That's like the 4th time that's happened this stream with an exploding dice into a 1.
I know it happens. So, but he is moving forward. He is on step C. Just so you guys know. And that actually does give him range. So you guys are going to be -2 range. You can't use melee on that vehicle. The other one, though, is like, oh, wait, we've still got a driver. And it turns out we've established that we've got gun turrets on the top, so we're going to use them. And it's going to swing this 30 millimeter around and really let your guys' car have it.
Thanks, Dave.
So it's going to long burst. Yeah, reality can be a little bit fluid in this game. So it's going to be a long burst. Base 10, so 14 to 12. All right. So that's not a good hit, but this hits your car much harder. It hammers it good. Everyone aboard is taking 2 shock. Car itself almost took a wound. If I'd gotten a little bit of roll, I could have gotten the bonus die, which would have definitely done some serious damage to that SUV. But as it is, it's like there's just bullet holes rattling through the side of the car, glass flying. You guys are getting shaken up. Like, oh man, that is the bad guys. Good guys go, and I'll figure out your setback after I see what you do.
I want to get Bloodtongue to the other car with that guy that he can stab that dude. That's ultimately what I'd like to happen. So, do I need to go first to get close to that car, or does it just happen during Bloodtongue's turn?
So you guys get to choose your order. So if you want to get close, you go first and get close.
Okay, well then I think I should get first and go close. And then I won't shoot this round. And I'll just yell out like Bloodtongue, that guy. And I kind of swerve over and get close to that car.
Okay, so just getting in position is not an action. Movement's not an action. So if you want to do something.
Okay. Okay. There's no more tests that I have to take for driving or anything weird like that?
Yeah, this step doesn't require you to test. So
Okay.
you can try and gain ground or...
No, then screw that noise, man. I'm going to drive over next to this car and I'm going to tell him to try to get the gunner while I shoot the driver. So I'll shoot the driver.
There you go.
All right, come on. Yes,
There you go.
finally. That is a +4 plus my fire, which is a 9, so a total of 13.
13 is a good hit. Roll +1 damage.
Ooh,
Nice.
and
That
it explodes.
That is a done for driver.
Oh, so plus 10 plus my Glock, so 23 damage with my Glock.
Yeah. So what you go ahead and tell me what happens to this poor driver when these Glock rounds hit him.
Oh, it's not great. It's not great. I'm having a hard time doing this. I'm just like, okay. And I kind of just am like, ugh. And I kind of do that with the gun, and it just riddles him straight up. And
right. You're like, I was aiming for his chest.
Yeah. And it's just, and then there's blood, and it's, the Bourne Identity scene. And all those things. Also, guys, by the way, it says all Storm Knights gain 1 to 3 possibilities once the enemies are dealt with. So don't use your possibilities because we might get them back.
Right. Yeah, the 1 to 3 basically it's how hard the encounter was. So.
And I will take the alertness card.
All right, great. So next.
So Bloodtongue's hanging out the window, and he crawls out even further, and actually he's going to use his tail to wrap around the headrest of the seat so he can get really, really close to the gunner on top and go to stab him.
Do it.
Awesome.
Okay, so with my favored, I can. How does that work? Can I re-roll it?
Favored means if you don't like the 8, you can roll again. But
I'm gonna take advantage of my whiptail, but this replaces this roll, right?
It does.
Yeah. Dang it.
Yep.
Okay.
Happen.
However, can I use the second chance card?
Absolutely.
Okay. You're gonna do that. He's just like,
you're gonna do this. This is gonna happen.
Come on, Fantasy Ground.
No! Damn it.
Now you could boost that with a possibility.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my 2 possibility tokens that I still have, and he's not giving up. He's just being relentless with this.
Damn right.
So this one adds, correct?
This one adds, correct.
Feel bad.
Minimum 10, so 17.
Oh.
So that's 4. What is my thing here? That's 14.
Okay, so that's hit. What's your spear damage?
11.
11.
Which is not enough.
The great thing is, so that would do 2 shock to him. The bad guys take mob damage, it's called, and you guys have been stacking up shock. That does enough shock to take out a guy. So
nice.
Bam, you hit him with the spear. He goes down, the car goes drifting away, tumbles over and explodes. I'm going to go ahead and trigger that step back that I got against you guys here. And so you got your tail wrapped around the headrest of that seat, and that headrest just snaps off. Boom, and you go tumbling out like
they slide out. He didn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He yells back over and he's like, dude, that was so awesome. Where is Blood Tongue?
Oh, shit.
So that's only 14 damage. What's your toughness, Blood Tongue?
11.
Okay, so that does 2 shock. Like you hit the dirt and it's not pleasant, but you're not taking wounds off that. It's like, so you hit the ground. Guys, this car is getting pretty empty here.
Thanks, Daryl.
I'm just gonna start using that 24 run to run after them.
Yeah, you're like, you're way, way, way slower than these cars, by the way. Oh, man. Like if this was if you guys had to get away, this would be a serious problem. But I think you're just gonna like kill them.
Why didn't I go with the cyber legs instead?
Cody, we gotta go back for them. Turn around, I can fire at them.
Right. I mean, I've already kind of gone.
Yep. Is there anyone else who hasn't gone?
I went at the top of the round, yeah?
Yep. So that's you guys.
I didn't think you went.
Did you?
No, Eli.
No, Cody went first.
Yeah,
I haven't gone yet. How many cars are left?
There's one left. It's the one that jutted ahead. So right now it's -2 to hit because of range.
Oh, time to die, bitch.
Shoot through the window near my head and face while I'm driving the car. Please.
Why would I shoot you?
No, shoot, like turn around and shoot through the front window.
Oh, no. I'm going to fire at this driver.
Okay.
Damn it.
Not gonna do it.
-2 as well, so that's a 4.
Yeah, like bam! But it's like, it's ahead, it's driving, it's kind of fast. You're like,
you're not going to get another warning shot.
Gotta reload this thing.
All right. That's you guys. So over the top comes, oh man, this is terrible for me. So over the top, heroes are going to go first and they get an up. So the thing with an up is you're going to roll your d20 as usual, and then you get another one added to it for free.
Nice.
So big things happen when there's an up going on. The villains, if there's any left, will go after that. Intimidate and taunt are the approved actions. So if you intimidate or taunt, you might get cards, but you guys are up. There's one group left. Finish it.
I feel like we kind of need to get Anton and Blood.
I think you two have to go first because you're in the action.
Yeah,
we're just
in the car. So Jacob, why don't you just shoot again? And then I'll figure out how successful you are and make a driving decision based off of that.
Kerblam! At the driver.
Okay.
There we go. It's
Now
a -2, right?
Well, yeah, but now remember, you're up, so you now roll another d20. So 14 plus.
Snipe.
26.
26 -2 to the bonus, right?
Right.
So 9 plus 12 is 11, 21, so 19.
Okay. So right now that is still a good hit. So
right.
I forgot.
So just 1d6.
Yep. Now, okay.
15 damage.
15 still takes him out. Bam. All right.
Bye-bye.
And in fact, the car is still pretty intact. Like, oh no, he was going at speed. So now it goes, stumbles and just, collision. It's toast.
Got him. We're good.
Yep. Yeah. You guys are, and you guys can go pick up, your two fallen.
Let's do it.
I should have intimidated him and gotten a card. Yeah, you better run. Tell your friends.
Yeah, right. Like cyber crows are like pecking at the, the dead flesh of these guys. Yeah, should have run. Yeah.
We'll go pick them up.
Okay. Yep. They're dusty. They're covered. It's cold.
Any of these cars salvageable?
No, they all crashed at speed. They're toast.
Can Blood Tongue?
Unless someone's got a salvage card, in which case you can play that.
If Blood Tongue was to pick through the wreckage and find one of their guns, would he know how to use it?
So the idea is, from your native land, no, but you've been adventuring for a while. So you've picked it up. You absolutely can. The risk is you could disconnect using it, but you absolutely can.
I want to search through and find a firing weapon.
Yeah.
Whatever looks the shiniest.
Yeah. So the shiny one, it's kind of like it's got unnecessary spikes on it and all this it's kind of glistening black. So it's called a Fav9.
Fav9?
Fav9. Yeah. THAV. Damage 14, short burst. And your range is 20, 40, 80.
Daryl, the Owl Guardian had a great suggestion. Can we I have tools. I think I have multi-tool. Can I take the turret off of one of their cars and put it on top of our Escalade?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a science test to make that happen. Science is what we use for.
Is there any way to help him with that?
Yes, so you guys can do the usual assist. If you've got science, it's a straight +1, or you can roll it to try and do better.
Did we get our possibilities back from the?
What's that?
Did we get our possibilities from my card?
Yeah. So we'll say cards resolved. Yes, they're all dead. You guys are all gonna get one possibility.
Can I roll as well? Because my freaking science is incredible.
So you might want to take the lead, to be honest.
Well, what's your science?
I don't have one.
Mine's a 9.
Yours
but so I got an 18. So do I add the plus to that? So I would add the 5 to the roll.
Right. So what it is, yeah. So you're looking for a target 10. You'd add that. Anton, I think you've got heavy weapons though, right?
I do.
I would allow you to use heavy weapons based on.
Okay, then that gives me a 14.
Yeah. So you're gonna add +1 and also this will be a heavy weapon when it's installed. So this should definitely be something Anton.
I have a 10 in science.
Yep.
So I rolled a total of 19.
Yeah.
I think.
So 19's good.
No, sorry, 16.
16. So that's +2. So right now, Cody, if you're still taking the lead doing this, you're rolling your science, you're getting a +3 bonus.
Yeah, that's
like, no, unbolt it there, put it on here.
Yeah, so that's only a 12 in total. Can I use one of my possible? Oh, is it good enough to mount this turret?
Yeah. So
hell yes, this is happening.
Yeah. So
right,
you guys, you take some time, and you here's how you're working together: is you got to kind of peel a hole through your roof to be able to bracket this in, and you wrench this stuff on, and it's there, and Anton's gonna gotta stand where the middle seats would be, poke his upper body through the roof, but it's okay. It seems to track pretty well, and it's 30 millimeter. And let me give you the stats for that because you're gonna want it.
Hell to the yes.
So it's damage 15, but it also does AP 2.
15.
It's not 30 millimeter, 30 caliber. Sorry, important difference. And long burst. And what that means is you can really rattle away with it and get +4 to hit, which means you're going to get a better hit and do more damage. But it could jam if you do that.
After we spend the few time to get this turret mounted, Cody is excited, which is a weird thing for me to say out loud.
Jacob is excited.
Cody is excited, and he's going to try to find any music in the car at all, whatever it is, just like loud rock. Is there any type of loud rock that we can get going through the car?
Just Russian folk music.
Just Russian. All right, guys, let's jam.
No, so unfortunately, it's like when you guys requisitioned this, what was in there was like Wham's greatest hits or something like that.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna roll. Okay, so we're fine. That was totally fine out here. I think the car looks totally sweet now. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Great job, Anton. Great job, Eli. Blood Tongue, I'm digging the new weapon, dude.
Can Blood Tongue is actually just trying to fire it into the distance to like, how do?
Yeah, it works. Like you do it, you're like, okay, like this is okay. It feels weird. Like you're sort of embracing the dead thing.
I actually Blood Tongue, like he reaches down and grabs. There's like some kind of viney plant sort of growing on the ground, and he like wraps it up around the barrel of it to make it feel more familiar and up to his speed.
There you go. Yeah. Very good. So yeah, like it takes like an hour or so to do all the salvaging and scavenging and all that. I mean, you find some food, in the wreckage. Great, whatever. But your supplies are okay, so you don't really need any of that and the machine gun. So I assume you're going to go get back onto the highway and keep heading towards your destination, correct?
That's the plan.
All right. So it takes it's late afternoon by the time you guys get there, and there are actual real trees starting to grow up here and there in clumps. They don't look great, but they're alive. And Anton can read the highway signs, the Cosmodrome's up ahead. And when you come within line of sight of it, it's pretty obvious when you see it, because there's these massive launch towers. They're kind of like all scaffolding, that come up out, and they've built barricades sort of around the launch pads. And there's like a shantytown city built around these platforms that go up. And you can see there's all sorts of like rope coming down off the scaffolds, and there's people up in them, maybe, guards, maybe weapons, who knows, but they're all up and down in this scaffolding. And you guys are approaching these barricades, that they've got set up. There are buildings outside the barricades. They look unoccupied as you drive up, but there are definitely people on top of the barricades, and they're, aiming weapons at you as you drive up. But they're looking, they're like hailing,
Kind of like wave back to them from where the turret is.
All right, yeah, they're yelling back, stop there.
And call up to the front of the vehicle. Comrades, stop, let us talk to them.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll just take this right on through. Woo! Yeah, no. So yeah, you guys stop, and there's some activity on the wall, and it's about 12, 14 feet high, and enough that even as Storm Knights, you guys could actually probably leap up over that even without a car on the outside to brace it. Normal human, though, would have a tough time with that, and it's all sheet metal on the outside. And they're looking down at you guys like, "Who are you? What do you want?"
What do we want?
Comrades, we're looking for friends that have been lost.
Lost friends? You guys refugees?
Is this another checkpoint?
Yes.
No,
We're refugees.
We're Storm Knights.
You're Storm Knights. There's actually a murmur on that one. They're like, "Wow, Storm Knights. What are you doing here, Storm Knights?"
What is the woman's name again?
Lydia.
Her
We're looking
name
for
was
Lydia Morova.
Lydia Morova.
We are looking for our friend Lydia.
Take some notes, Dave.
Yeah, there's some.
I did, but I lost them.
They're like, "So you're just here looking for someone, for one person?"
Yes. She is a sister of a very good and dear friend of mine.
All right, go ahead and give me a persuasion there, Anton.
I will persuade the pants off of this
Persuade
guy.
the heck out of this.
He's so getting persuaded.
You will persuade them.
And if not, persuade them with your turd gun.
Is persuade a specific check?
It is. If you don't have it, you're just using your charisma.
All right, I'm very charismatic.
Not explode.
So that's going to only be a 9.
So this was actually easy. So 9 does it. So you're like, no, they seem to believe you. There's like, wait a minute, and then they crank open a gate and allow you guys to drive in, and you're greeted by people as you enter. Oh, go ahead.
I'm glad they believe us. Let's tell them the truth.
Yeah. Well, they're like, "Hey, look, sorry we kept you out there, but it's the blasted land. You can't trust anyone out there. Like, we get traders that come in every now and then, offering salvage goods. Hey, you guys don't have any food, do you?"
No, we met some traders on the road. They weren't very pleasant people.
I go, "Oh, okay."
Comrade, we understand. It is troubling times.
So as you guys drive inside, you all feel that crackle, that reality's kind of changing. And you felt it a little bit when you went into the blasted land because it's slightly different from Tharkold, but not really. Here, it's significantly different. It's back. This is core Earth. And you guys know there's these things called hard points. And a hard point, it keeps the reality around it. And they're usually, if they've got history or something culturally significant and people, really believe in it, it sticks, it stays. And so this is like an oasis of core Earth in this blasted land.
Would that not be good for us because we can't bend reality as easily?
It's actually great for you guys.
Okay.
So core Earth is extremely beneficial to Storm Knights. Like it does. Like I'll tell you the properties when they come up, but essentially, like almost everything you do here is good. Like this.
So we're happy to get this feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say it creepier next time, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about this.
So, comrades, who is in charge here?
That's Sergey. And, Sergey comes up and is like, "Oh, hey, Storm Knights."
Greetings, my comrade. We're looking for several women.
He gets a little creeped out. He's kind of like, "Oh,
no,
it's not what it sounds
Storm
like."
Knights had a much better reputation."
God damn it, Dave.
Like the crowd kind of like grumbles a little bit. They're like, "Oh,
No. He means like friends that happen to be female, not necessarily their defining characteristic or anything. But listen, we're looking for a couple of women. The first is a Lydia. Have you guys seen any Lydias around?
He's
Lydias?
like, we've got refugees all over. We don't take a census or anything.
Yeah.
We've actually found it's good not to keep records."
Okay.
Do we have a picture of her?
That's great.
You don't actually. You just have a name.
And then what about the other chick, that the techno demon? Jeremy, do you have her name?
I just have Lydia written down.
I have Lydia Morova written down. Sorry, Dave.
It was Ilyana, wasn't it?
Was.
Mm.
And if you guys don't have it written down, I can give you like mind checks to remember it. But...
Mind checks.
Mind checks.
Yeah. So I ask about Ilyana.
Again, no one seems to have heard of her directly. They're like, look, there's a lot of people here. You can check. Like they've got a bulletin board with people with pictures looking for loved ones and things like that. Like you could check to see if her name's there.
Well, Sergey, let me ask you this: if I was a new refugee, right, and I made it all the way out here, where would you send them first? You guys have like a debriefing section to make sure they're not crazy and dangerous, right? I mean, like where would you send new people?
Well, if they look crazy and dangerous, we burn them alive outside the wall. Is usually how
naturally,
that goes.
right? Naturally, I mean, you have to stay safe. I get that, but
once we let them in, so there's he starts pointing out a few features inside the Cosmodrome.
Somebody like show them around. Maybe you got like a guide.
Sure. Yeah, he's like, sure, yeah. Here's your guided tour, boom. And he points up to the two big launch towers or whatever. He says, those are the towers. We expect people here to help out. They'll go do lookout jobs or run the catapults. If raiders or thralls come around, we hurl, essentially like they're just giant Molotov cocktails using some of the rocket fuel that they've got left here.
Sure, Sergey.
That usually sends
rocket fuel Molotov cocktails. That's amazing.
Sergey, listen, I'm curious. What happens if a refugee comes in? Do you decide, since you're in charge, to like let him in or not let him in?
Well, it's whoever's at the door, really. We don't. The only time we turn people away is if they're obviously out to kill us.
So who's been at the door the last few weeks, the last couple days? Who normally mans the door? Maybe we can talk to them.
So, I mean, he'll point you up to the wall and the people on there. It's like, we rotate, so you can, if you want to go like, kind of like ask around for people.
That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to start with the people whomever is the first point of contact. Refugees
absolutely.
Coming into the city is who, in essence, he would try to find.
Yeah, that's gonna be the people on the wall, and like you get this part for free essentially. Like here's the layout, the lay of the land, which you can basically tell by looking around in just a few words with people. Does that? So there was the towers, there's the underground, and they've actually got like the silos and the maintenance bays, and there's actually barracks underground too. He says that's where most people will sleep, is down there. They've just kind of got communal bedding they set up there. There's the fuel depot. Not many people are allowed in the fuel depot. And that's where they're getting all the stuff for their weapons at this point. There's a hospital. There is a functional hospital here. He's like, if the person was wounded, which is very common, or maybe had some radiation sickness, he's like, oh, you guys should get checked. You might be radioactive. There's a hospital. He's like, it comes and goes. You never know. There are, and the interesting thing is, so Sergey, like most of the people here, just kind of, he's in a coat. He looks like a regular person, like a refugee. There are people wearing Russian military soldier uniforms. They seem to be following his lead.
Okay.
So, which is a little bit weird. Like this was a military base essentially, but civilians are completely running it now, and it looks like a lot of the soldiers here are just actively part of this.
Cody, good idea. Why don't you check with the guards? I will look at the bulletin board. Eli, why not look at the hospitals?
Yeah. And there's also the market, which they call the scrapyard, which is where people come in, trade stuff, anything that they've found out in the wasteland.
Blood Tongue, I am not sure what you should do.
I think I should blend in. And he pulls his flaps back down on his ears a little bit. And
The Ushanka hat.
People are just all of them are just staring at you, Blood Tongue. Like if we'd seen him, we might not have let you guys in. But okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you should stick with Anton. He seems kind of more familiar to these people. Plus, he's intimidating as hell.
Yeah, Blood Tongue will stick with the guy that is the most Russian here. But yeah, he's gonna try to just stay around him and stick quiet. And actually, and as Anton looks around, does whatever he's doing, Blood Tongue is going to be specifically paying attention to stuff in the periphery of the hustle and bustle and what's going on, and keep an eye out for if people watching, people doing anything unusual. So.
Mm-hmm. Sure, great. So you guys said you were splitting up and checking some different areas. Who wants to go first?
I'll go ahead. Start looking around.
Okay. And which area were you headed for?
What are my options?
So there's the towers, there's the underground, there's the hospital, the fuel depot, there is the barracks, the scrapyard, and there's the refugee board.
I'll go to the underground.
Okay. So you're going to go down in the underground. So there's all sorts of like silo entrances that lead down to it. It's all concrete. Like everything down there is concrete, rusted pipes and things like that. Like that hint of oil and rocket fuel. Like this all used to be maintenance stuff. But there were offices and even barracks and silos down there. And it doesn't take long, like asking a few people around, to find the big barracks area where most people sleep and have their little area. So go ahead and give me a streetwise test.
Streetwise, I sure don't have that.
Awesome. That's charisma based.
Cool. I sure don't have that.
Well, everyone's got some charisma. You just don't have a lot.
Except for Blood Tongue, he don't have much.
That's a -1.
Okay. All right. So you're going down there, and some people are sleeping, and other people are just looking at you warily, and you're doing your gruff, like I'm looking for a girl, and everyone's like, yeah, okay.
I burst in, and these guys are like, oh hey. How are you doing? And I'm just like, have you seen a girl?
What's happening is all of them are pretending to not speak English.
Oh, dicks. Girl.
Yeah.
Man.
Swear to me.
Yeah. So
disappointed.
And everyone's like, no English, sorry.
Damn it. I keep walking around very angrily looking for this woman.
Yeah. So, but alas, it ends up kind of a dead end because no one will talk to you. Someone else was checking around.
Damn it.
Yeah, I want to go talk to the first point of entry and find out whomever is working up there.
Okay, great. So go ahead and give me that streetwise. Streetwise.
Ciao. Yeah, baby.
There you
go.
Look at that. 6. I got the. I don't have street.
So big charisma.
Just straight up charisma. Hello, charisma. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's the first. It's the first one. I'm dumb. 13.
Okay. So would you like to boost that at all?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of possibility things. So I'll do a possibility to just roll an extra d20.
Do it.
So that takes my 19 all the way up to a 22-32, which cranks that up to a plus 10, so that's a 17.
17. So that's a good result, which is great. So you're talking to the people on the wall, and you're a pretty likable guy. Some of them know enough English that you've built up a pretty good rapport with them, and you kind of ease into this. Early on in the conversation, they're telling you like they actually get a lot of people coming here, right? Like word has spread that the Cosmodrome is one of the hard points. It's one of the safe places in the blasted land. So as people get displaced from areas out in the blasted land, a lot of them come here. And that's why it's actually pretty bustling here. There's a lot of people in this little mini city that's sprung up, in the wasteland. and they don't know, like the name doesn't click or anything like that, but you do get another lead that a lot of people, when they come here, they're going to try and find a job or something to make ends meet. And he does know that there's some new, there was a new woman working at the restaurant called the Musk Ox. And he goes on and on about, oh, the muskox, it's great. They go out, they find the muskox, they shoot the muskox, and they bring the meat back. It's the best meat in Cosmodrome.
So
very little techno-organic.
Man, that is it like a family recipe? I mean, like, who runs the restaurant?
So he was Olga. Olga runs muskox.
Olga. Has she been her family is has been cooking muskox for a long time, huh?
I guess so.
By the way, I would love to go pay Olga a visit. So is there anything, does she have any, things, gifts that she likes to get? Anything about
muskox? She'd love that.
Yeah. Obviously, besides that, I mean, she doesn't take fancy to any wine or cheese or anything like that, was she?
I think what she really needs is muskoxes.
Got it.
He'll dig drools a little bit, like, oh, muskox.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely gonna have to try out the muskox.
That's all they do there is muskox when it's good.
You say muskox one more all right, so he's gonna thank these guys for their time, play some cards with them for a little bit to try to change the subject afterwards off of this.
Okay.
So it's not overly suspicious. And then
nice.
He'll go hang out with he'll go find Anon and Bloodtongue and Eli, whomever.
Great. So meanwhile, and that's great. So Cody's the smooth operator here, clearly. Meanwhile, Anton and Bloodtongue were out looking. Where did you guys go?
I went to the bulletin board.
Okay, you went to the board. So you're going to the board, and this hits you more than a lot of people because these are your people, right? Like, this is Russia. This is where you're from. And it's just layers of pictures.
Yeah.
Of people that are gone and are probably gone for.
Yeah, I turned to Bloodtongue and I'm like, Conrad, look for Omar, but with boobs.
You all look the same to me.
Yeah, and meanwhile, because you were kind of like looking for trouble, Bloodtongue, you're like being really aware. So there's a contingent of children have kind of like started growing around you.
Little humans.
And one of the bolder ones is like coming up and is like, dude, like kind of trying to touch your.
Bloodtongue turns around very slowly, stares him in the eyes, and his tail comes up from below his trench coat, reaches around and goes doot on his
Nice. So
awesome.
So you're gonna roll a persuasion here. Now I'm actually gonna give you +4 for that because that was awesome. So this is like this essentially it's pretty easy, but you're -4 because you're
so how does that work? So 9 is -1. So my charisma is 6. So that makes it a 5 plus your 4. Is that?
Yeah. So minus the 4 because you're an outsider.
The wash.
Right now, you only needed a 6 for this one.
Okay.
That
one.
Want to spin?
Can I give him my willpower card?
You can absolutely. You can.
That'll give him a +3.
Okay.
What are you trading him for? So he's got to give you a card in exchange.
Do I decide or does he decide? Does it matter? I'll give you this hero card in exchange.
Nice. Yeah. So you play the willpower. That turns it up a little bit, and you're just like, dude, and the kid's like, they seem to react positively to that, and they ask you straight up, "Are you a demon?"
No, I am not a demon.
Yeah, one of the kids is like, yeah, they prefer Tharkoldu, not demon. Like slaps.
Can't you see? I am green, not red. And he opens his jacket and he's basically flashing kids.
Yeah,
because underneath
lizard parts.
he's a nude lizard.
Yeah.
Right? So
it's about as shocking as a nude lizard, though. It's
yeah.
like, oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, they're all like, what?
That's hot.
Yeah, they're weird.
Where is Blood Tongue right now?
Out by the
basically by the bulletin board.
Oh, great.
Just flashing kids by the bulletin board, normal everyday things. And then Blood Tongue actually crouches down to get at this kid's level, eye to eye, and he says, "Child, have you heard of anyone around here by the name of Lydia Marova?"
So, I'm not even gonna have you roll because the kid just doesn't know. But they're we'll ask around. You're friendly. You're not a demon.
Yeah.
You're a what are you?
What am I? I am an Edenos. I am not from this place, but trust me, I am a friend.
All right, yeah, they're like, wow, friend. So yeah, I'll go skittering off, and they're going to be asking around too. Around this time, Eli returns in frustration, and Cody.
I yelled at everyone, and they all spoke Russian. I don't say anything. They don't speak English.
I just know smile.
Everyone else has been speaking English to you guys.
I smile knowingly.
I don't think we're gonna learn anything.
First off, Bob, great guy. Second off, he cannot play cards for anything. Seriously, you could take that guy for everything he has. But I was able to get some good information. I hope you guys are hungry. You guys hungry? Yeah.
I'm always hungry, comrade.
Perfect.
Hey, when you're playing the cards, were you drinking the vodka?
How does musk ox sound?
Oh, I hope they make it the way Mother used to make it.
I'm sure they will, my man. All right.
Meat is meat.
So
I'm only hungry for the death of my enemy.
Oh, okay. Eli, you get a possibility because that's a super Monster Hunter thing to say.
So apparently we're gonna go find Olga, who she runs this place called Muskox, which, wait for it, is famous around here for their muskox, right? Go figure. Anyways, so they said that whenever people come into town, refugees, they got to find a place to work, right? They got to find a place to eat. They need shelter. They need a place to contribute. So turns out one or two different girls that came in recently got hired on over at Olga's, right? At the Muskox. So I'm figuring we go scout it out, talk to Olga, see if maybe we can't spot Lydia there. Or maybe even this Ileana, or whatever her name was, that the Techno-Demon was so interested in. What do you guys think?
Sounds like a
That's
plan.
good. We eat, we talk, maybe we drink.
I would also like to eat meat.
My friend Blood Tongue, have you ever tried vodka?
Maybe. No. Yes. Yes. I do the things that humans do. I am. Yes.
You will love the vodka. Come.
If it gets us any closer to finding these women, then I'm on board.
Yeah, so you guys head over to. And it's an outside stall, and there's like a spit, and there's a pit roasting, and it actually smells really good. Like Anton would know, musk ox is not known as a delicacy, but this actually smells really good. And there's kind of picnic benches out and some people eating, and there's a woman taking orders. It's a young woman around the age that you would expect, close cropped hair, and she kind of looks up at you with a little sense of recognition, like at first seems maybe nervous, looks like she might run. Who knows? We'll have to find out next week.
Oh!
And you guys just maybe found Lydia.
Oh, snap.
Does she look like Omar with boobs?
No, she's not related to Omar at all.
I every time you kept saying that, I thought that was just a thing that your character made up randomly.
It is, yeah.
All right, guys. So first off, Daryl, thank you so much. This now that we're kind of like getting into like the world and kind of dude, this is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty cool.
It's awesome.
So guys, couple of quick announcements. First off, giveaway. Enter in the damn giveaway. Share it with your friends. Send it to your dad. I don't care. I just want people to. We're giving away 3 ultimate card. Don't make me pull this damn 25 pounds. It's 25 pounds. It's 25 pounds of free gaming swag. Enter in the contest. Send it to your friends. Text it to them. Get them to enter it. I promise, if you or any of your friends win, it'll be enough for you guys to play Torg. So get them to enter in as well.
It's 25 pounds?
It's 25 pounds.
How many is that in dollars?
Jesus Christ. Also, after this, we have so tomorrow's game, our regular Wednesday night game, will not be back with the Kara Stones because we're taking off Halloween. Jacob, I think, has some really cool, fun stuff going on over at his channel. So
come over onto my channel, not XP to Level 3. Come over to Arcane Arcade. We're going to be running a Halloween one-shot where I'm a Kenku and we've got 3 other elves, and it's a crazy party, so it should be really fun. Come join us over there for our special Halloween game.
So go hang out over there at Jacob's and check all that stuff out. Also on right here on Sarah Dice, we have a special little tidbit of something that is pretty damn cool and fun, as we're going to be showing off the first few snippets. I think are we going to do snippets or the whole thing? We're gonna do snippets, right? Not the whole
We're
first
definitely
hour.
doing one of those.
We're doing one of those of the new Saver Dice After Dark podcast. If you guys think we're raunchy here, let me just tell you, it's 18 and up. We cut loose, we have a good time, and we had a ton of fun recording this thing. So be sure to check out the channel tomorrow to see some kind of content for that, but we will not be here for a regular game. Other than that, we will see you guys next Tuesday. Shout out to David with Nerdarchy. Shout out to Jeremy with Black Magic Craft. Shout out to the newly engaged Jacob BUDZ with XP to Level 3. And Daryl, as always, thank you so much for running this game for us. We love you. We'll catch you guys next week. Take care.